Hey, welcome to the Relentless Positivity Podcast. I'm your host, Joe Martin. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, today we're going to talk about a growth mindset, about a little football story from back in the day. I used to play a little ball. I don't know if you know that. We're going to talk about that first, then some feel-good news out of Maui, and then we're going to get into a dog joke for the dad joke of the day. All right, first, let's talk about this growth mindset. So when I was in high school, we had a guest coach come out and he helped the football practice. He'd been coaching for a long time, really knew his stuff. So I was excited to be out there. I was really enjoying myself. I was learning a lot. So I thought it was a really good day. Then I happened to overhear the guest coach tell my head coach that I would never play on the varsity. He thought I just didn't have, I would never have what it'd take to play at that level. So I was a freshman when I heard that. It was really confused me. It made me mad. And then it made me work, because he had what is known as a fixed mindset about my potential, and I have what is known as a growth mindset. So Carol Dweck, she is a professor at Stanford. She's the author of a popular book, Mindset: The New Psychology of Success. Great book. Listen to the audio version of it, really good. I would suggest you check it out. Carol Dweck, Dweck. Anyway, it breaks down the two mindsets. So I'm going to read that to you here. In a fixed mindset, students believe their abilities, their intelligence, their talents are just fixed traits. They have a certain amount, and that's that. And then their goal becomes to look smart all the time and never look dumb. In a growth mindset, students understand their talents and abilities can be developed through effort, good teaching, and persistence. They don't necessarily think everyone's the same or anyone can be Einstein, but they believe anyone can get smarter if they work at it. So that was me on the football field anyway. So I truly believe that I put in the work. If I listened to my coaches, I stayed focused, I could be a pretty good player. I knew that I could get bigger, stronger, and more coordinated the older I got. I knew I wasn't stuck being who I was at that moment in my life. So, and you aren't either. So let me ask you this. Do you think that some people are just inherently fit? Some people are, maybe with genetics and all that, but think about that. Do you think that you're one of them? So why should I even try? If you don't have those genetics, if you're not like that, then why should I even try? Or do you think it might take you a little bit longer, but you'll eventually get there? So that's kind of the fixed and growth mindset there. And do you think of that when it's something about you're failing, that you are a failure and that you're not good enough because you don't do something right? Or do you think you just need to try something different next time? Maybe that's all you need, right? So let's talk about this. So the growth mindset can be your light at the end of the tunnel because it gives you hope, right? So you're not stuck being where you are right now. If you get that fixed mindset, you're saying, well, this is who I was born to be. So this is who I'm going to be because I can't change anything up. So that's a big reason I'm not a fan of scales. So in the fitness world, scales, especially when you train women, scales can make or break a lot of people's day. So they get so focused on that one number on the scale that they can't see themselves as a success unless that is a good number. So no other measurement of success matters. I try to talk to people about, what about your energy levels? You're getting off your medications. Are you getting more muscle mass? Are your clothes fitting better? All these different things. Are you in a better mood? Is your blood pressure going down? Most people they care about that one number because it's kind of how they've been, programmed for their whole life, and it can ruin their day. So, I prefer to think about them focus on the building the skills of weight loss. Give them the focus on effort and learning and persistence instead, those type of things, and kind of like your guy Nick Saban, the process. You focus on that because the scale can fluctuate up and down depending on several factors. What's going on? It can go up 5 to 6 pounds one way or the other. If you drank too much water, ate a bunch of salt, you had a hard workout the day before, the menstrual cycle, not for dudes, they can't have that excuse, but it can go up or down. So depending on when you weigh in is how your day goes, right? Because if you're up 6 pounds, you're probably not going to be too happy. But hey, look at that, I lost 6 pounds. That's probably a pretty good feeling. But it can go up and down like that just based on the day. So, and then also let's say you worked out hard for a month or two, something like that. It's time to go weigh in, and on the scale, it looks like nothing happened. But if you did a body fat check, it could look like you could prepare you gained 5 pounds of muscle and lost 5 pounds of weight. The scale didn't move, but you made tremendous progress. One time I had a client that we had this challenge and she went really hard and did great. She showed up every day and was eating right, doing all these things, changed her life. She lost 20 inches. We did measurements. She lost 20 inches off her body, but because she only lost 3 pounds, she thought she was a failure. She never came back to class. She's like, oh, this class is no good. This doesn't work. I was like, what? She had like an entire new wardrobe on and she never came back. Because the scale was the only way. Because she had that fixed mindset. If I don't move the scale, I am a failure. So let's take a look at your mindset. Is it fixed, or do you think you still have room to grow? Where do you think you are? So you can all change starts in the mind first. So if you keep telling yourself that weight loss is hard, that others have it so much easier, all those different things, guess what? That's a self-fulfilling prophecy that will come true. It'll come true. Instead, start believing that your efforts matter and that you'll get there where you want to be in life. Maybe it takes you longer. Maybe it's harder for you, but if you keep at it, you will get there. So one day, just go out. You're going to go out there and just start proving it with small wins. Start focus on your effort, your learning, persistence, all those two. Focus on that. Make those small incremental wins and see, hey, I'm getting there. I'm happy. It's happening. I have that growth mindset that I can make this happen. Oh, P.S. Turns out that coach was wrong. I started every game of my career, ended up making all city, and we won the city in my senior year, undefeated. Holler at your boy. Hashtag humble brag. All right, let's talk about some good news other than me playing football, which is always good news. So I'm going to read you a story today. It's coming out of Maui. Always some good stories out of Maui. So this 22-year-old security guard, his name is Aina Thompson. He found a lady's wallet at the grocery store. He was working as a security guard there. So when he got off work, he biked 3 miles to bring it back to her. And then when she got there, they tried to give him a reward. He said, no, I just wanted to get you this wallet for the holidays. I know how it goes. I don't want you to go through this without your wallet. Here you go. And turned out Gray Marino, he was the husband of the lady who lost her wallet. He found out that after that, Mr. Thompson biked 3 more miles to go to work at his other job as security guard at the airport. And he's not biking on some fancy 10-speed bike, He's on a broke down little kid's bike. That's working right there. If you're his knees are probably up in his ears, hitting his chin with his knees as he's pedaling that thing, and it was falling apart. It wasn't even really a good kid's bike. That thing was falling apart. So think about that. So, if you've ever been on one of those little kids' bike, that's hard work. So he's going 3 miles out there, 3 miles, and then he's going from job to job. This is not a Saturday or something, an off day. He's just going from job to job. He's all on that. So awesome guy. So, that's not where the story ends. So Gray, he put a post on Facebook. All these people, oh, awesome. That's so cool, that guy. Another gentleman started a GoFundMe after he heard the story, and they were hoping to raise $5,000 to get him a car. And it turns out the community ended up chipping in $25,000. A local car dealership got involved, got him a great deal on a car. So he was able to get a brand new car and then save the rest of the money for future car payments, any other needs that might come up. Because it's been a rough year for him this time. He really needed that reward after he brought that wallet, or he could have stole it, But what he did, he'd lost his grandma that year. He'd lost several jobs. He was down hundreds of dollars in the bank. Plus, he couldn't even afford his cat's surgery. It's bad times when you can't afford to have your cat get a surgery, right? Then he was on unemployment for 7 months last year, but continued to push through. And his quote was, when you face life by yourself, it teaches you things. It's really your choice whether you want to play the victim or to rise up to the adversity and become better. That's a great dude making the world a better place. I've been calling him Mr. Thompson. I believe his name's Mr. Townsend. I can't read my own handwriting. So anyway, he's a great dude making the world a better place. So I appreciate you. Thanks for doing that. And it's awesome to see good people get rewarded for their good deeds. So appreciate you. Sorry about your name. Keep it up. All right, let's wrap this thing up with a dad joke. So what do you give a dog that has a high temperature? Mustard. It's the best thing for a hot dog. All right, hope you have an awesome day. Keep doing good things out there. Keep that growth mindset up. Have a great day.